Hello, my fellow Trojans, and for those that don't know me, my name is Perry the Trojan, and today I'm going to be going ahead and making a video on what Total War I think should be next in line from Creative Assembly. Now, before I get started, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, it really does help out a lot. Also leave a comment. I do like talking to you guys, I like hearing feedback, right? Now, since the age of Warhammer 3 and Warhammer 2 and Warhammer in general is coming to an end, we're all wondering, what is Creative Assembly going to do next? And in my personal opinion, what I think that they need to do is they need to return to their historical roots, right? They need to start making historical titles again. And they've already covered a lot of the major time periods, right? So this is a little tricky here. They could always remaster like they did with Rome 1, right? They could. And that'd be awesome for like Rome 2 and, you know, Attila down the road. Medieval 3 would be awesome. But if they're looking to cover an age that hasn't really been covered to their full potential, okay, because it has been covered, but not to its full potential, is the Bronze Age, okay? Now, they did kind of cover it with Troy, okay, but that only focuses on the Trojan Wars, you know, just the Aegean. They're missing out on the Egyptians, they're missing out on the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Hittites, the Kaskins, right? All of these Bronze Age civilizations that were so mesmerizing, especially to me personally. I think that would really be a good game if they just took their time, really focused on making this next historical Total War one of the best Total Wars that they've ever made. Now, personally, I think that a Bronze Age standalone title would be way better than just the standing saga of Troy, Total War Saga Troy. I think it would be a lot better because, like I said, it's going to have a way bigger campaign map. It's going to have a lot more factions, right? It's going to cover a lot more in-depth these actual civilizations. Okay, you can go in depth to actual historical units, just the history of that age would be amazing. Now, they could do a pike and shot, a Victorian era Total War. They could try a World War I era. Honestly, they're probably going to make a Medieval 3. That's probably my bet. But personally, I think that it'd be awesome to do the Bronze Age. Now, there's a certain mod for Rome 2 that tries to bring this to light. You know, the Age of Bronze. You can go ahead and see some of the units that I've used in this video above. It's a pretty good mod, okay? They've been working on it for a long time. They're still trying to work on the campaign itself. But it's still a good mod. The units look awesome. You could still play a lot of really cool situations when it comes to actual custom battles. Now, like I said, go ahead and give this mod a try. I do believe they said the campaign is close, okay? But like I do want a standalone game. You know, I think that's what we deserve. Yeah, I just think it'd be really, really cool. Now, Total War Troy is pretty great, don't get me wrong. There are certain things that get me into the mood for Total War Troy, right? Like the book series by Gordon Doherty, who's a Scottish writer. He covers, you know, the Gothic Wars. He also covers the Bronze Age and the Bronze Age collapse, right? Following the young Prince Hatu of the Hittite Empire, and it's really good. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below as well. I think he definitely deserves a lot more credit than he does. But look at Total War Troy. Like, even just the architecture itself would be amazing, right? It already looks amazing in Total War Troy. I think it looks really, really good, right? The landscape looks awesome. The battle sequences are actually really, really cool. The units actually make it look like actual combat, right? And I think it looks really cool with all the moves that they can do. They've definitely improved on that. I definitely think that, you know, historically speaking, the armor, you know, it does look pretty historically accurate, okay? I mean, to what they would wear for body armor and weapons and all that kind of jazz back in the Bronze Age. But that's my humble opinion. Like I said, I hope that Creative Assembly, you know, makes a Bronze Age Total War. And I think that they could add a lot of really cool dynamics, like cutting off trade, right? Like what they did back then, cutting off the trade of tin or copper from some of their other civilizations, or the race for iron. You know, it'd be really cool. Or like fighting off, you know, the sea people, like it would be in Attila, right, with facing Attila the Hun, right? I think it would be really, really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. It's obviously pretty short. It's just, you know, my kind of humble opinion, kind of just playing around, having fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please show some support for the channel. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And you guys are just overall doing well. Perry the Trojan out.